When Elisa graduated from college, everyone told her the same thing. Now the real life begins. She smiled when they said it, but inside she wondered what that actually meant. A month later she found out. Her first job was at a small tech company in another city. It was the opportunity she had worked for during 4 years of late-night studying and difficult exams. But it also meant leaving home. The apartment she rented was small. 1 bedroom, a tiny kitchen, a window that looked out toward a row of trees and a busy street below. The first night felt strange. At home there had always been sounds, her mother cooking, her father watching television, someone talking in the next room. Here there was only silence. She stood in the middle of the living room holding a grocery bag and thought, so this is adulthood. The next morning she faced her first simple problem. Breakfast. At home, food had always appeared somehow. Now she opened the fridge and found only milk, eggs, and bread. She Googled, simple breakfast ideas. 10 minutes later she burned her first omelet. She laughed at herself, ate the toast, and got ready for work. It was a small moment, but it was the beginning of learning something important. Life away from home wasn't about being perfect. It was about figuring things out. Her job was exciting but demanding. There were meetings she didn't fully understand. New tools she had never used. Words people said that sounded like a different language. Some evenings she walked home thinking, maybe I'm not good enough for this. But every day she kept trying. She asked questions. She wrote notes. She stayed curious. And slowly the pieces started to make sense. Outside of work, life came with its own small challenges. Laundry that never seemed to end. Groceries that needed to be planned. Bills that arrived every month like quiet reminders of responsibility. At first it felt overwhelming. Then she discovered a trick. Instead of thinking about everything at once, she focused on one thing at a time. Cook 1 meal, clean 1 room, finish 1 task, solve 1 problem. Day by day, the chaos became a rhythm. She also learned something unexpected about independence. Freedom meant taking care of yourself. So she began building small habits. Morning walks before work, cooking simple meals instead of ordering food, calling her parents every Sunday, reading a book before sleep instead of staring at her laptop. The days started feeling balanced. Not perfect, but peaceful. 6 months later, something changed. A new intern joined her team. On the first day she looked nervous, just like she had once been. She asked her quietly, how do you manage everything? The work, the life here, living alone? Elisa smiled. She thought about the burned omelet. The lonely evenings. The small victories. Then she said, you don't manage everything at once. You just take care of the next small thing in front of you. That night she walked back to her apartment. The same small apartment, but now it felt different. It no longer felt empty. It felt like a place she had built her life in. She made dinner, opened the window, and watched the city lights flicker on. For the first time she realized something important. Growing up doesn't happen in one big moment. It happens quietly, in small kitchens, in long workdays, in learning how to take care of yourself, and in discovering that you are stronger than you once believed. Elisa took a deep breath, smiled, and whispered to herself, I think I'm ready for this life.